Hey there, Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show, and I really gotta think of a title for this. I probably should call it the John Graves News Hour, so I don't pretty much have to say the same thing every video for the first 15 seconds. But yeah, let's get this going. Starting off this week with something strong, let's go off into what a former Sega employee discusses the issues with Sonic Boom's development. And honestly, it was a really crazy thing because Sonic Boom, The Rise of Lyric, and also its counterpart Shattered the Crystal, as for those out there who really did not know, those two games really did not do all that well. However, pretty much going over his statements, he pretty much the unnamed employee pretty much goes on to say the biggest mistake in Boom was trying to cram too much into the game. Not only were we trying to make a game that was a really good Sonic game, we were also trying to add more to it, you know, such as puzzles, vehicles, a more compelling story, a bungee mechanic, and also combat. And honestly, we put too much into the game, and also because of that, it really wasn't a success. He even goes on to state that solo Sonic games that they're not going to last, and that Sonic Boom pretty much was a good game if you played it on co-op, and that co-op is the future of Sonic games, and you know, so on and so forth like that. And honestly, the most that I can say about that is, one, I do agree that pretty much when you don't have focus for whatever you want to do, and you want to throw too much in too quickly, that can honestly kill your idea, and that is something that possibly happened to Sonic Boom. And as from what he has actually confirmed, that is a fact. Number two, you really can't say that because the game has multiplayer that is going to be successful. I mean, hey, look at Brink. That game was tailor-made to have online co-op on it, and it really didn't do all that well. I mean, honestly, you can look at Titanfall and Destiny and say like that those are successes, but really, when it's a platform game and all you want to do is like just say like, okay, we have to make this game co-op and two-player, that's not something that's really going to help out the gaming industry, or pretty much like this franchise, which was built upon single-player gameplay and really good worlds and platforms and a very iconic villain. So really, the most I'm saying is that may not be the best idea. Going off into this other topic, it pretty much has something to do with the remaster, and I'm pulling these two articles together because honestly, this is something that has happened recently, and it is Xbox One planning on remastering Alan Wake, and also the PlayStation 4 is actually planning on remastering God of War 3. And honestly, I just seen a few videos online of a lot of people who don't necessarily understand why remastering games is pretty much a bad thing. And I'm not gonna say that remastering games is a bad thing. I mean, honestly, I never played Alan Wake, and if it's a game that honestly popped up upon PlayStation 4, I would honestly buy it because I never played it. But if it was God of War 3, a game that I played, beat, and also is on the PlayStation Now service, really, why am I buying the same game again for like $30+ if I've beaten it already, and all that it's pretty much giving me is like a few extra frames and like some upgraded graphics? I mean, like, that's not really enough. And pretty much, I really don't want to jump too much into this topic, but I'll go into that on like a gaming talk when I go over that with my good friend Deshaun Smith over at the Deshaun R Show. So yeah, keep in tune for that for sometime this week, or sometime in the future. But yeah, I'll get into this subject again, but I'll leave it off at that. I do have a problem with these franchises of games that could be played on an older system, or you know, if that's anything, if they're on the or if they're downloadable. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Or like, even if you say like people that they haven't played these games and they have the brand new system and they want to play them, that's still like a stretch, because like if you're going to do that, or at least like in God of War's case, give them all of the games. Don't just give them one. Give them all of the games, because that's sort of because you know, that's kind of crazy to me that like Borderlands can give you one 1, the pre-sequel, and also 2 in a collection with every piece of DLC, but then like the makers at Santa Monica Studios, they can't give you like God of War 1, Chains of Olympus, 2, I forget the second one on PSP, 3, and also Ascension. Like, why can't they do that? But that is what I gotta say about that. What do you think about all these news stories? I'll leave them down there in the I'll leave links down there in the description for everybody to go ahead and check out. And tell me what do you think about them. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next John Grave show. So please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.